Until that night, all I have are the memories. That last horrible moment.
He's probably driven every member of the Medway towns around during his time in our employment. If you want to know a shortcut or pothole, then he's the man to ask. So let's please give a warm welcome to John Sampson, 40 years in the Chatham and District Traction Company.
I've never really liked talking about it. The press have tried to pry over the years. I would ignore them. Last year was the 20th anniversary. Why can't they leave me alone? Oh, I suppose now is as good a time as any to bring it out into the open. Get it off my chest. I've never really given my side of the story. I've always kept my own counsel. If you're willing to listen, I'll be honest. All I ask is that you don't judge me. I've paid my dues for the incident. It's been on my mind constantly since it happened. There's not a day goes by where I don't think about it. If only I could offer my condolences to the families. I know it won't bring their boys back. Nothing can. I'll give my life for all of theirs. But if I could just look them in the eye, so they can feel my pain, see my honesty, it would bring me some kind of redemption. Closure. That's what I need. I've had to live with that forever on my conscience. Do you know how that feels? Of course you don't. It's enough of my self-pity. You don't want to hear about an old man like me. All you want to hear about are the events of that night. Out of your morbid curiosity. We had about half a dozen passengers on board. It was dark, but I could see far enough. If anything loomed up, I could have swerved round it or braked and stopped. We were heading down Dock Road, just past the municipal swimming pool, when I noticed one of the street lights was out. But I never saw them. How could I? I've driven my bus a million times in my imagination since that night. The scene keeps running before me like a nightmare newsreel. Every time I try to get some sleep, that night comes alive again. Why on earth were they not carrying lanterns? Why was no adult at the back of the line? Why were they marching so far out in the road? Why did I have to be the driver? All these questions. I can't find the answers. I just don't know. really don't know. I didn't see them. I felt like I'd run over a lot of loose stones or something. Dorothy called out, "What's happened?" "I don't know," was all I could reply. I stopped the bus as quickly as I could. After about 20 yards, went round to the back. Oh my God. What have I done? I looked around and there were all these motionless young boys lying in the road. Hardly any of them teenagers. Hardly any of them teenagers. And it was all because of me. If only I'd thought to use my headlights, just as a precaution in the conditions. If only they had lanterns. If only there was an adult at the back of the line. If only. Some of them got to their feet, but they were quickly ushered away from the scene. Then I heard 3 men run up in uniform. One cried out, "All my boys are dead." I held one boy. I recognised him. He used to joke with me when he got on my bus. "Hello, Sammy," he'd say. "How you doing?" I held his motionless body in my arms. Do you know how that feels? Holding a young boy, knowing it was because of you that their life was taken. Now his blood and that of his friends was on my hands. It will never wash off.